Hello there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Right, so how many of you have had this happen to you? So, I bought a 4K from the US through Amazon.com, and the third-party seller was called Gold Star Tech. Now, I'm not blaming them for what's happened, but I've now got to send it back. It was supposed to be a nice 3-disc limited edition of the lovely film that is I Spit on Your Grave on 4K. Now, as you can probably see up there, I've got the box set with all the films in, and just underneath it there is the 101 nice special edition. But of course, they're UK versions and they're cut. So as it's a video nasty, I wanted a full uncut version. So I ordered it and it arrived. No slipcover, but it was a limited edition slipcover. So why stocks last, basically. And anyway, I unwrapped it. But it's a bit thicker than the usual sort of stuff you get on the shrink wrap from factory sealed items. And there's quite possibly a good reason why. So here's the item. It says 3-disc set, and it describes all the contents there. But have I got that contents? Nope. That's the only disc that's supposed to come with this set. That is the 2010 remake of I Spit on Your Grave. So 4K is missing and disc 3 is missing. So this is being sent back, and I'm sending this as well because hopefully you can pick up on camera. There's the original seal. That's you know, sometimes when you pull off the factory seal and you get some stuck on there, it just doesn't want to come off. Well, that's more proof that it was pre-opened. Like I said, I'm not blaming Gold Star Tech. I don't think they've done it, because that's not going to, you know, to make $40 out of me and then do something like that, and Amazon to find out that you know, that's not going to do them any good, is it? So hopefully they'll be able to find out from their supplier what the hell happened. So that did miff me somewhat, especially after my huge haul that you saw, which had lots and lots of views, which is nice. Some more comments would be nice. You know, I do reply to all my comments because I want that interaction with you guys. But you know, obviously, if it was a long video, but I had a lot to show you. So anyway, there was another thing that I collected. I did a Discogs order. That's for CDs and vinyl, if you don't know that website. But on Discogs, when you click on a version you want, the seller has to be selling that version. There's lots of codes and ways of defining the version that you have, or the SKU, as you've heard me mention before. And this was a very limited edition of an album, actually by this band, Vile. Anyway, it turned up. I was quite excited, and no, it wasn't. It was the version I already have. Anyway, that was resolved. The seller apologised and gave me a full refund. So, you know, even these sellers on these sites don't always know what they're doing very well, but never mind. Then I ordered the Changeling through Severin, only to find out that there's a 4K coming out. Now what I might do is actually keep my version, which is a Blu-ray version with a lovely slipcover, and just wait for the standard 4K, because it has the CD in it and it has the Blu-ray. So the 4K version will be a 3-disc set, which will be the 4K, the Blu-ray and the CD. But the slipcover is not as nice as this one. So yeah, that's that. So I'm a little bit miffed with collecting at the moment, after having got all these films and starting to plan my way through them, I have to say. So for October, I'm planning on doing a horror film a night, and mixed in with those horror films, they are horror films, but I will be starting the series called The 39. So the 39 Category 1 Video Nasties. Now I won't be doing this by myself. If you've heard of a channel called Bumper's Movies, Bumper has been meaning to start his own journey with the Video Nasties, and give his own reviews and take on the movies and what he thinks of them. So we had a chat last night, had a great video call. It was really good to sort of speak to him face to face rather than just through comments. And so we've decided to do this together, not as a stream or anything, because, you know, we've already got a brilliant Video Nasties live stream, and that's from Mondo Chellebeck and Rock God 2004. So I definitely am anticipating the next episode, which should come beginning of next week, so I'm told. So our version will basically be, we'll take turns in doing the videos. So we'll both watch the films, but then say if I do the video for the first one, I'll give you my thoughts, and then Bumper will send me his thoughts and I'll read his thoughts out. Then the following film, he'll do the video for it, and you know, I'll send him my thoughts, and we'll do it that way. So you kind of get two people's takes on it, two flavours from two different channels, because we both present in different ways. And so if I was going to do the series by myself, then what I was going to do was, does it feel like I'm watching a video nasty? When you hear the term video nasty and you think, oh wow, this is a certain kind of film, and you get sort of expectations, and some of them you watch and those expectations are fulfilled, but some of them you watch and they're not always in a bad way. Some of them I don't feel are video nasties because they're just extremely good horror films, but some of them I don't feel they're video nasties because they're just not gritty or nasty enough. So that's one criteria. Another one would be, should it be a video nasty? So, you know, we kind of know that a lot of them that were put on the list, they may have just looked at the cover and seen the title and thought, well, ban that one, you know, without actually watching them properly and making a valid judgment of the movie. So that would be another criteria. And Bumper had a brilliant idea, and this is what he was going to do for his journey, had we not decided to do this together. And he's going to take the view of a modern horror fan, and are these video nasties worth fans of modern horror films watching? So, you know, if you like your Terrifier films or your Quiet Place films or The Conjuring and all that kind of stuff, are the video nasties worth your time? So that's this, you know, and I'll do that as well. So when it's my video, I'll give all that criteria, and then when it's his video, he'll give all that criteria, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I know it's a bit cheeky getting to go and watch two different channels to follow the series properly, but hey, it was just a different way of doing things, and you know, we don't want to copy John and Nige, but I know Nige wants to hear my views on these video nasties, so hopefully some of you guys do too. And I've been meaning to sort of start working my way through them, so there's a couple up there. And so yeah, these won't be like every week or anything. We're not going to do any fixed time. It's going to be a kind of as and when. So I don't think I'm going to do videos for my sort of daily horror watch for October. I just want to sort of enjoy trying to get a film per night in for the 31 days. And but you know, I'm sure when I do another video, I'll sit and let you know what I watched and what I thought of them, if it's a film I hadn't seen before. Okay, so you may also know that I'm about to do kind of a visual tour of Pinewood Studios. Now, I can't reiterate enough, if you want to take part, which I hope you do, this film is really important. And I'm not just plugging this. I had nothing to do with making this film. I just happened to be in a building when I looked out the window and saw that it was being made. But this film shows so much of Pinewood that essentially, because it's on screen, you can pretend you're there. From inside offices, corridors, sound stages, between the studios, the roads, and all this, that, and the other. So that will be the first one that we'll talk about. Now, something else that you could do is basically go online and look for this map. You know, basically there's a couple of them. This one's a bit more modern. This one, I don't know if you can see. So these little dark bits here, they indicate the stage doors, the massive sliding doors. But the other version I have doesn't have them on. Also, what's different about this one, on my other one, and back in 2011 when that film was made, that stage, the Richard Attenborough stage, wasn't there. So it doesn't matter which one you have. You'll just be able to, if you print yourself out a version, you'll just be able to look at it, and rather than me sort of showing you on the screen, or I will run my camera over it and point, but if you've got your own copy, you can you know, have a better look at it. And so get a copy of that. Equally, I'll just show the cover, but if you can get a copy of this book, in not the very back, but near the back, is the other picture that I've shown you. That's like an overview of the entire site. That will also be good to help me to orientate us when we're doing the tour. So yes, that's coming up soon. I'll probably give you another week. I'll put a link in the description of the video which lists the films that you need for this tour. If you don't want to buy them, and because basically I'm going to be sat watching the films on my screen, but I'm going to be talking to camera. So you'll hear me talking about things, but you won't know unless you have the film on your screen, on your TV, what I'm talking about. That's how the interaction is going to work. So what might have to happen is that once you see the video is uploaded, you start on your phone rather than watching it on your TV. So your TV is free for you to load the film into your Blu-ray player or DVD, depending on what format you have it on, 4K, you know. Yes, you can do streaming, but it's much harder to go from one point to the next with streaming, because you can only scan, you can't time search. So plus we're physical media collectors, so you should have it on physical media. But I'm basically going to say, right, jump to this time code and we're at this part of the studio. So having it on a physical copy is going to be easier. But yeah, it'd be a case of me yapping in your ear on your phone or your tablet or a smaller device, or your PC or whatever it is. But then you're sat in front of your TV with your player and you put the movie in and away we go. We have a little bit of a tour around Pinewood. I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually. you know, I've got a few little stories around some of the films. Some of them I just happened to be watching the films and sort of, hey, well, I know where that is. I've stood there. And that sort of thing. So just a little informative video today. Nothing mind-blowing. But yeah. So like the video. Get the information out there about this tour, because obviously the more the merrier. Let me know if you've also had some horrific situations, i.e. this, and you know, was it resolved? Did you get your money back, or did you get a proper replacement? That sort of thing, you know. It happens to all of us. But it's Friday, so enjoy your weekend, and I'll take it easy. I'll see you in the next video.